Okay. The next studio we're going to be talking about is their record has been pretty good. Their games have been kind of outside the box a lot, and they kind of paid off through great critic acclaim for their things, and that's Arkane Studios. They're the
Yes.
studio that did the Dishonor, but they also took a chance to revive Prey and make it their own thing. Which Prey is a good idea, but it got old for me halfway through the
And
game.
not Death Proof.
Yeah, Death Proof. Yeah.
Was it Death Proof?
Or Death Loop. Sorry, Death Loop.
Death Loop.
Yeah.
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 I
You
was
have
about to
Death,
say.
and then you have Death Loop, like their most experimental game that got some critical acclaim, which will be coming out to the Xbox, pretty soon. Along with Tokyo, maybe Tokyo, Ghostwire Tokyo, maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that. But Redfall. This is one of the games that came along with Starfield being delayed, and for a vampire kind of game, and it got delayed to the it was supposed to come out the summer of this year, but it didn't work out, and it
Yeah.
got delayed to the first half of 2023. They say. Redfall has not been talked about in a very long time after that. We haven't seen any really trailers. No one's really talking about it. But for people that don't know, it's kind of like a multiplayer co-op game with vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, reminds you kind of like Borderlands with vampires per se.
Yeah, like mixture of Borderlands,
Yeah, or Left
maybe a
4
little bit
Dead
of
with
Left 4 Dead.
vampires. Except
Yeah.
you're not. It's more like open, kind of like more like playground. Not so much of straightforward for what it is. Either way, this game, the game is there for me. It doesn't excite me yet, but it's there. And it looks good, and I have faith in Arkane right now because Arkane does something that kind of twists me the other way. Like, oh, I didn't see it coming that way, but hopefully, this game will do that. I will say, do I think it's going to be there in the first half? No, I'm going to take a chance. I think it's going to get delayed to the second half because this game needs to be a Halloween October game to me. I think this is a perfect game for that. So I think that this game makes more sense in the fall than the first half. So what do you think? Do you think this game will be you think they'll make it to the first half, or you think it'll be pushed back to the second half?
I think it's going to be first half, but it's going to be like late first half. I'm talking like May or June,
Okay.
just so they can say, "Hey, first half."
Okay.
you know. So, and I think in 7 months, considering they were going to release it, a few months ago, adding 7 more months to the development cycle, they'll be able to get it tightened up and polished up.
Okay. Are you excited at all? Does this game interest you at all?
It looked interesting, but I'm not super hyped for it. Like if it comes out, because it seems like one of the main appeals of it is the multiplayer, like playing with other people. And let's be real, it's a very small list of people I know I could just hop and grab a new game and play multiplayer with. I'm old. I'm old, Jeremy. I'm old. It's like, but I hope it hits that level of success that Dishonored does, because it does look like it could be fun.
Okay. Yeah, Arcane is probably my favorite. Probably maybe no, I'm debating is that or Bethesda under their belt, like my favorite studio from them, because I do want to play Deathloop. I just want to see like what ideas that they have. They're just crazy with the ideas that they come up with. So I'm excited for them. And they're a French studio, which I forgot about that. They're a French studio. The next group we're going to talk about, they've been pushing out a lot of games. One of their games is coming out pretty soon, around the corner. Pentiment, releasing on I think November 15th, but that is Obsidian Entertainment, and you know them from the Outer Worlds, one of my favorite games of think of 2021. I want to say I think that's when the game came out, with Outer World 2 coming out soon. And then some of their properties. They done the Fallout New Vegas, which a lot of people know them definitely for.
Mm-hmm.
And then this new one they're talking about, Avowed, which takes place in the same universe as Pillar of Eternity. Avowed has been shown in 2021, which for some reason I felt like that was 2020 again. And
Right?
and we haven't heard anything from them ever since. We don't know what Avowed's going to look like. Everybody has their mindset is like, oh, it's going to be like Elder Scrolls. It's their Elder Scroll game, based on what the trailer showed. But we haven't heard anything. Will we hear anything in 2023 for them? Will Avowed finally be shown for graphically and a release date? I think yes to both. I think we will get a trailer for this game, and I am going to throw a wild card here. I think they're going to come out also in fall.
I wouldn't be surprised if it came out fall next year. We will see some. I think we'll get some more news by the end of this year.
You think at the VGAs?
It is possible.
Okay.
It is very possible. I mean, VGAs, Microsoft usually runs a lot of their trailers at the VGAs. Mm-hmm. It's Western based, and they can show out. But as far as actual gameplay, like start getting that Forspoken gameplay footage and everything for people to overanalyze and freak out over, I would say early spring, maybe E3, and then we actually get a solid release date for late 2023.
Okay. All right.
Predictions!
Yeah, right? And I think, of course, Outer Worlds 2 got announced, but I don't think that's coming out till like 24, I think. I think that's a long ways away. I don't think that'll come out.
They want to make it bigger, and they're probably seeing what the hell's Fallout, another Fallout or Starfield, and they want to make it bigger.
Yeah,